Hello. So I didn't think I would be able to go live, but here I am. I have some time left, so I was going to go live. I'm going to make a wreath anyways. So let's make this wreath together. All right, let's make this wreath together. You know, I like crafting with my friends, and I consider you all friends. So I'm going to use a wreath working form, or a wreath work form. I have this big tag, beautiful, love it. So, kind of got my inspiration from there. I got a bunch of these particular colors, orange, great for fall. So, I'm going to use it. Kind of just been sitting around in the shop because it's, I mean, you could do some summertime things with them, but they're great for the fall. I've been trying to get my TikTok account going so that if anybody here has a TikTok account, please follow me, because I figure sometimes we can do lives there as well. It's great to have several social media accounts, because when Facebook owns so much and they start censoring you, I just had somebody, one of my friends, they got censored for something stupid. It was really dumb. Like, do they even, I get censored all the time. For the longest time, if you followed in my sublimation group, I would only be able to do like one live, and then I would be banned for like a week, 3 weeks, and never really any clear definition on what I was banned for. And you know, this is odd. I don't know if any of you go live, but I play no music, none, because I used to get banned for that all the time, for copyright reasons. Understandable. I would have like the radio on in the back or something. Well, I haven't done that in years, literally, because I know I get banned for it. And almost every single video that I post live, after I post it, it tells me that part of my video has been muted due to copyright reasons for music copyright reasons. Like, what is it picking up? It is quiet here in my shop. Maybe I'll get a loud muffler come by. But seriously, so I don't know what Facebook hears, or if they just automatically just put bans on you. I don't know. All right. Has anybody here ever used one of these work forms? They're my favorite thing to use. When you use them, you get the nicest, thickest, full wreath. And I just like the way that they turn out. So this is my favorite way to do a wreath. And you can do them, I'm using a 21-inch mesh. It's a great way to use those up. I've told you before that when I started making wreaths years ago, this was the first Deco Mesh. It came out in these big rolls, 21 inches. So they're pretty much going down now to just 20-inch or 10-inch rolls. That's the common size now. But this is what I learned to make wreaths with, Deco Mesh wreaths, I should say, was a 21-inch. and I still love it. Someone said that they were thinking that maybe they were going to be discontinuing those eventually, like phasing them out. I hope not, because I love 21 inch, but it is what it is. I've got my second cup of coffee in for the day. Plus I'm on a tea, so I'm caffeinated here. I'm a little tired. Like a little meaning a lot, but I'm starting to get my second wind. Yay. Because it was getting rough there for a minute. And I just want to straighten this edge up a little. If it cooperates. Okay. But I was pretty tired there this morning. Okay, so I went around it once. I'm going to go around the middle now. I got home late last night. I was watching my grandchildren. As my son, if you were in my sublimation group, I told you a little bit about my son and daughter-in-law got kind of stranded out in Vegas for a friend's wedding. And they got tired of waiting for a flight. So they drove 36 hours straight. Okay, let's not end this the same spot. So they got in late last night. One thing about Deco Mesh, don't ever, okay, catches on everything. Don't wear a puffy sweater. You will regret that. I went to a class one time, and it was like Christmas fall. I wore a sweater. Yeah, don't ever do that. Deco Mesh, you'll be part of your wreath by the time you're done. It just sticks to everything. So, if you're new to Deco Mesh is really easy to work with. It's very forgiving. If you're considering making a wreath and you've never made a wreath before, this is a great place to start because it is very forgiving. Your cuts don't have to be perfect. If you just want to make a wreath, when the Deco Mesh first came out, we didn't do a lot with it. The mesh was the decoration itself. Now we've graduated into putting florals in it, putting ribbons in it. Back when it first came out, we just kind of were doing Deco Mesh, and if you got lucky, we put a bow on it. Other than that, it was just pretty much Deco Mesh. I hope I have enough to make it around here. If not, I got another one. So we've graduated into adding ribbons and some florals and making them so over the top. But that's how it works in the crafting business. You start out with simplicity, and the next thing you know, it's grand. I am making these poofs. If you have any questions along the way, ask. We can chat among each other too. This was the reason why I had started a Facebook group in my sublimation, was because I don't have anybody to craft with. My children do not like to craft. They did not get the crafting bug. Matter of fact, I think I scarred them from anything crafts, because I think when they were little, they got tired of going to every craft store every craft shop out there. So none of my children craft, just me. I did not hand it down. Now my grandchildren, I have 7. They like to paint and things like that. Now whether or not they will like that as they get older, you know, all kids like to get in the paints and get in the markers and things like that. So, all right, this is not enough on here to worry about it, so this is trash. Don't be a hoarder like me and you just hoard pieces of Deco Mesh and you look at it and you pull it out later and you say, what was I doing and why was I saving this? All right, see how it's starting to get fluffy? Okay, so this was the inspiration I used for this because I really like this big tag. So I am pulling out the oranges. Now this is a bright orange. I am going to pull out like a moss green, and I'm going to do a like a burlap color. And we're going to set this aside. And I am going to cut these. And we're going to do them together. And this is a fabric mesh. I just cut them down with a just a rotary cutter, but a lot of people like to burn this because these ones kind of unravel a little. I don't worry about it. All right, so let me think about how I want to do this because there is 18 branches on here. On all of these forms, there should be 18, 9 and 9, okay? Because you have an outer ring and then you have an inner ring. And I am going to do 9 of each color. So I'll need 9 cuts. A lot of times I like to try to plan out my wreaths, but let me tell you, I'm really not that organized to even do so. Cutting these at 19 inches. Usually 19 inches is a good size that I like. It gives it a nice poof. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get these together again. So I do a lot of 19, 20-inch cutting when I cut down my ruffles. These are going to turn into ruffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So tired, I'm not even thinking right. Always get a call. I've been off of the video for how long? Over an hour. Not one single call. Get on the video. Yep. 2 more. Eight and 1 more. Sometimes I think the biggest hassle is just dealing with these rolls. All right, so we got 20. All right, so let's put these in. And probably we're going to alternate them. How about that? Let's alternate. So if you've ever seen me work with these before, and most people, all you do is just roll this in a little, kind of get it like a taquita size, so that the ends are rolled in and then you don't really see. A lot of people like to fold them downward. It don't matter. Let's work from the inner out, and we're just going to alternate these colors. And we're going to roll and finger walk. And all we're going to do is untwist, get all these beautiful colors in. The wreath work forms, they come in like, some of them come in skinny branches, and then some come in thin ones. I like the fluffy ones because I think sometimes it just adds to the wreath itself. It gives it a little bit more, just some more decoration in it. Get to see those pops of color. And I just twist it twice. That's all. Really all we're doing is just trying to get this wreath fluffed up and get it nice and full. So that orange was acting as a base in there. And now we're just building up from the base. Everyone's able to see. Let me move over. There we go. I'll move it more over to you. How's that? It's a really nice, pretty day here today. Doesn't seem super chilly. Like a nice, crisp fall day. We're going to be heading back to Florida next week. I will be down in Florida. Wait, not next week. We are going down the 16th. So we're going to go down, see if we can get into our campground where we was at. Let me untwist this one. Move it down. Head it up too far. Just get back down there, and I feel bad for so many people lost so many, everything they've had. And I haven't, the last 2 days I haven't watched the news, haven't really watched any TV. But I seen the death tolls up to 100 now. It's horrible. All right, so the inner ring, I've got the inner ring started and done. It's the inner ring's done, so I'm going to work on the outer ring. And I'm going to try, which it's eventually going to not work, but I'm going to try to, what was at the top, like right here where I started with, I have a burlap colored here, so I wanted down below it. I didn't want to use a burlap. I'm going to alternate that with green. So now going around, it should fall so that they're not together. Because I didn't want it to kind of have stripes, if that makes sense. All we're doing is twisting, untwisting those tines, those branches, and just putting these rolls in. But I'm sure with more search and rescue down there happening now that they're able to get, I know Sanibel Island was, I'm just wondering if that's where they're getting a lot of the death toll at, because I watched some of those videos. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm petrified of water as it is. I don't even know how some people, like I would have been passed out. I don't even know how some of them videoed that. happening right outside. I would have been thinking the water's so forceful, you know, they're standing in their living rooms watching it outside their windows and their sliders. And I'm sitting there thinking, get away, that's going to bust. And all that water is going to take you away. Oh my goodness. And I'm petrified of water. That's part of my reason I don't really want to move to Florida, but my husband wants to. He feels that's where God's calling us. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I love visiting Florida, but I'm not, it's not somewhere I wanted to live. And here I am, huh? At least one thing, got something in my eye. I at least have a home back here that I can come back to. So. Look at that. Look at that. All the colors are starting to come together. Beautiful. I love the fall colors. I thought I had some red in a larger 21 inch. I was going to do a Christmas. I try to do at least one wreath a day or one centerpiece, or that doesn't always work, but I try to. That way I can have them in my shop. See how nice and full this is turning out. And with the 18 and 9 and 9, every time you come around and you end, it's completely alternated. So nothing ends up where you're like, you got a green to green, or so that works out nice. I'm gonna pick my granddaughter up today from school. Okay. Isn't that pretty? That's already pretty. And you know, back when we were doing Deco Mesh, this is kind of what we just did for Deco Mesh. Literally was just Deco Mesh. And I still like that look. Let me see. I did have a cream color. Looking for something here. I do not see it. I don't know what I did with it. Nope. I do not know what I did with it. I'm thinking about adding another layer just to give it even some more fullness. But I'm trying to see, because I still feel like I can see a little bit. See how we can still see through here? I don't like that. I do not like that. So I'm thinking about, I really wanted a cream, and I don't see any. Ta-da! I found it. All right, I think I'm going to add another layer. I think I'm just going to add it. I'm going to just try it around the outer ring. All right, so I'm going to cut 9 of these. side. Let's get this cut. And again, this is the poly burlap, which I love. I love Deco Mesh, but I really love the poly. It's just so soft. All right, 9 of those. Let's see how this works out. And again, I'm going to use the cream because there's cream in that. So that'll work good. It'll still be within that color scheme. And it might give it some more fullness in here. I'm just going to add this all to the outer ring. So I'm going to just place it right in here with the other that's already in there. And I am just going to fluff it up as we go. That's really brightening it up. And each time as I do it, I just go and untwist and add it to what we already have in there. And twist it back up. If you are new to Deco Mesh, it's a great place to start. It really is. Because it's so forgiving. Your cuts don't have to be perfect. It's nothing like quilting. I used to quilt. I did it for about 2 years. And the normal phone calls on top of phone calls on top of phone calls. Because I'm online. But Deco Mesh is so forgiving. Your cuts don't have to be perfect. So it's a great way to start. But even Deco Mesh has come such a far way from where it first started. When it first started, we had those big bolts, and you know, we just used just the poly mesh, very scratchy. Now we got this beautiful soft fabric mesh, which I love. This is what they use when you see those big, like when people are making sunflowers and roses and things like that. They're using these. The big flowers on the boards, they're using these. I'm not a super big fan of those. I know they're trending, but I'm not a big fan of it. Did I miscount? Oh, I must have miscounted. I need one more. actually thinking I am going to do the top with white around it as well. I'm going to see how it looks. Never done that before. Well, let's see. Because this white is pretty vibrant. It's relentless. Okay. I might not even like that. So we're going to see though. This is where we're at so far. Okay. And you see how it's kind of giving it that weird like outer edge to it? I'm not liking that. So I think I'm going to add some through the middle. I'm not even sure that I even like the white, to be honest with you, because it's pretty vibrant in here. So I need to soften that. I probably should have used the other, but we're already here and we're going to make it work. So I'm just starting the top ring now because I want to get some of that white up there so it doesn't look like it's just hanging out down below. Because it kind of looked like it was just like bordering it and I didn't like that. This white it's actually cream, but now that I'm looking at it, it is pretty vibrant. Looks like almost like a bright white, but it's not. It is not. I'm going to make sure I'm trying to pull out some of those colors that were in there, the greens and the burlaps, things like that, because I don't want these, I want to kind of mingle them together. Since this is so bright white. And this isn't white, this is actually a cream. But against these colors, it's very vibrant. So I want to make sure that these other colors are showing. Probably not going to finish this today. I might come back and finish this with you all tomorrow, with yins later. Yins, that's a Pittsburgh. That's what we say. Most people say y'all, we say yins. Two more. Oh wait, one more. So I did not miscount. Somewhere in my head, I missed somewhere. Still cut one more, too many. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't miss anything. Well, because I got to go get my granddaughter today from school. I got to take the dog to the vet. After I pick her up, we're going straight to... So I'm going to the vet, going to get the granddaughter from school. Ooh, look at that. That is a lot of cream, and I don't think I like it. So, I know I don't like it. We'll have to come back tomorrow and fix it. That cream is just a lot. It's a lot. See, sometimes what you envision, I just did that the other day with a wreath. And let me tell you, so we will be pulling these back out. So don't feel like that just happens to you, because it happens to me quite often. Like, I'll get in, I'll be like, nope, that is just not working out as planned. But I will put these aside because I will use these for another day, another project. They are not ruined. They are just gathered in the middle. So I think what I'm going to do is I got an orange green here. I'm going to cut that. And I am going to trade that out because I think that will work much better. If I have enough of it. That was why I didn't use it in the beginning, because I didn't have enough of it, I don't think. So let me tell you, if you're not loving something, don't be afraid to pull it apart. It happens to the best of everybody. So let me see this. Let me throw these over here because I don't want to waste those. I will start another project with that tomorrow. But let me see how much I have here of this. I love this, but this is all I have. So my family's relentless with these phone calls. I just want to see what one of these looks like. I don't think I have enough though. I might just have to do the inner ring with this. See, look how nice this is. It's got the greens and the oranges. And then figure something out on the outer wing. Because really what I'm trying to do is fluff up this so that it's not so, oh yeah, that's it. Okay, so let me cut 8 more of these if I can squeeze 8 out of here. Let me see if I can squeeze 8 of them. Did I lose my cutter? There it is. I don't think I'm gonna make it. 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think I did. I'm gonna just cut this. There we go. Yeah, I don't know where I got this one from, but let me tell you, I love this one for fall. I made a whole other wreath with it in and absolutely love it. It's been one of my favorites so far, and I don't think I have any more. Let me look. Nope, no more. Well, we're gonna make the best of it. How about that? All right, already got that in there. This one needs trimmed a little. It's got some glue on it. Yes, that's the color we needed. That's the one. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to put this across the top row. Make sure I fan out those colors. I am going to get rid of that bottom white because I do not like that. It's just, it's so bright, which is strange because it doesn't look like it when it's in the roll compared to like white. I'm going to show you the difference. So that's why I thought that it would be more cream, but against these colors, these dull muted colors, it's not. Like, can you see? That looks, I don't know if you can tell, but this is white, that's cream. Yeah, no. Just get these tucked in here. And when I tuck them in, I always fluff them as I tuck them, pull them around. It just saves me from having to go back around and doing that. I need to find where I got this color at. I'm kind of thinking it might have been from Deco Exchange because they have some really nice, I always save in the middle, excuse me, got the hiccups, in the middle of my rolls, I always save the SKU number, basically the label. I stick it always in the middle of my roll when I open it up. That way, if I have to refer to it, I literally have the item number and the SKU number right there. So I'm going to save that because I really like this color. And it'll be great for every fall, for sure. That's much, much better. So don't be afraid to, if you don't like something, pick out your wreath and just take it back out. It's not permanent. All right, look at the middle there. That turned out much better. Am I missing a tine here? I might be missing a tine because for some reason, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing branches right here. That is exactly why I keep cutting wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a good old pipe cleaner. I am going to stick a pipe cleaner here because I'm missing a branch. I'm going to throw this last one in. I didn't think I was counting wrong, and I wasn't. I'm going to cut this off. Down. But, there we go. Okay, sometimes that happens. Usually I count them to make sure. I did not. So I wasn't aware that I was missing that. All right, so just fluff that out. Now, I am going to go back in and I'm going to alternate the green and the burlap along the bottom where that white is. I'm going to take that out. My daughter's texted me and saying, you gotta go get my granddaughter soon. You gotta go get her soon. I know. So we might not, let me at least, what we'll do is we'll get this, at least the mesh put into it for today. And we'll come back tomorrow and finish it. 1. Now I know I need 9 of these. sometimes I don't think doing them 2 at a time is better. So I will only need, I need 9, so let me go with, we will need to, let's see, it depends on how this ended, because there's 9 across the bottom, 9 across the middle, or the inner ring. So let me go out, I'm going to take, as I take one of these, see that white or cream, I'm going to take it out, and that one had a green in it, so I'm going to put a burlap colored one in it. So I'm still alternating them colors, all right? Now this one has a burlap, so we're going to do orange, or green. Just so we're still alternating these colors. And that way we still end up with the greens and the burlaps and the oranges. And I cut these at 19 inches as well. All right. This really made this wreath nice and thick. We're not seeing through that frame. So that's a good thing, because we don't want to see that frame. We need burlap, green, burlap, green, burlap, green, burlap, green. Okay. Let me cut some more of the burlap. Well, trying to hurry because I gotta leave soon. I'm still just alternating. There's so many ways to do a Deco Mesh wreath that it's almost hard to mess it up, because there's just so many different ways. All right, that was that. There's really no wrong, no right. And then I will need one more green, which I think I have left on that last spool. last one. Let me get this cut. I'm not going to use that one. It's pretty frayed. Let me see. I know I have more. This is one of my favorite colors. This is great for fall, summer. This is good for all seasons. If you're looking for a good all-season green, this is definitely a good one. It's a moss green. And then let me cut that last one. I literally use that one for all seasons. All right. That's much better. And again, don't be afraid to pull them out. Here we go. Look at that. Isn't that much better? It's nice and full. You can't see the metal frame through it. And we will finish it tomorrow. Here is the inspiration. We're going to put that tag on it. And we'll get a bow and all of that good stuff tomorrow. Alrighty. All right. Thanks for joining me. I am going to go be picking up my granddaughter soon. And you have a blessed day. I will see you all tomorrow.